What are some steps you can take to deconstruct your false reality? I can share some beginning steps with you, but it's your journey. So for this video, I'm a multi-talented sensitive, and the abilities that are tied into this topic is mediumship. I'm a medium, which means I speak with those who have crossed over, the deceased. I'm a channeler, so I can communicate with other beings, non-physical beings, and remote viewer. I've seen quite a bit over my lifetime that has added to my internal reference material on beings and creatures and stuff like that that don't currently fit our view of the reality of this realm. That includes, but is not limited to, mythological beings, mythological gods, Atlanteans, and at least one Anunnaki. Might have been more, but I'm just consciously aware of one. So, what I'm getting ready to share are my views, interpretations, perceptions, understandings of my energetic interactions. Please take what fits you, discard the rest. All right. Myths are not just myths. Legends and myths both have truths that have been buried or ridiculed, so humans today won't take too closely of a look or ask questions. So on the bigger scale, especially in the US, Hollywood's actions and all the various levels and layers of investigations going on right now, at least in the US, are bringing to light or scooping up and exposing lies, deceptions, horrors. It's all coming out. Small segments, but it's coming out. So, Earth is not what you think it is. The moon is not what you think it is. We are not what we've been led to believe. All right, well, that kind of sounded like a conspiracy soup, but all this is coming to light now. Brings home to me why all these years my team of guides have been pushing and pushing and pushing to trust yourself, listen to yourself, use discernment, because there's so much coming to light. And the truths that we were raised with, societal, government, however you want to call it, aren't. Okay. So I have been working on deconstructing my false reality for decades. Just a little here, a little there. But over the last 5.5 years, with the decline of my mobility, and now, yay, surgery, I'm getting my mobility back now. I'm recovering and rebuilding. I've had a lot of mental time. And it's helped me accelerate my process. So I'll share with you some beginning steps, and then I'll explain why I'm just sharing beginning steps. So let's get started. 1, question everything. I've done this my whole life, much to the bane of my mother's existence and teachers. And my favorite question is why? Okay, but why? Question everything. No, not everything's a conspiracy. Or is it? Excuse me. Don't drive yourself bonkers doing this. Take your time, use your discernment, and research. Research when you need. See how information or your perception of information feels to you. Is it your real truth? Or is it a portion or a small puzzle piece leading you towards your truth? Question. 2, I, over the years, have dug into topics that fascinated me or piqued my interest. And yes, I have gone down some deep and sometimes dark rabbit holes. And a lot of times I get to where I feel is the end. The information doesn't interest me. It doesn't resonate with me. It's not talking to me. So I have to go find another rabbit hole. But be aware that one rabbit hole can have so many branches coming off of it. Don't get lost in the information and don't go bonkers over it. 3, think bigger. Bigger. We've been trained and raised to think small, local, only to reach for that which is close. Go bigger. Not only step outside of your accepted as you were growing up and now is a self-imposed box. Remove the mental barriers. Remove the containment bars. Again, moderation. Don't drive yourself bonkers on this. Think about it. 4, stay out of drama or severely limit it. I still like my scroll time, everything on earth is a distraction. Everything. Your body, everything's a distraction. So if you're busy playing in the drama, then you'll not have time, to go beyond those mental barriers, those bars. Drama keeps the bars around your box, encouraging you to stay and play instead of going within or out in nature to expand and explore self. 5, there is so much on earth that we, the current human race, has glossed over or overlooked or disregarded as fantasy or myth. But there are actual truths in plain sight, which can be seen once you get out of that box. Remember, number 1, question everything. Unexplained places, structures, buildings, whatever, throughout history, throughout time. So here's some examples, and these are my beliefs. You don't have to accept them. The pyramids. I have said my whole life the pyramids are not for the dead. They're not for the dead. They're energy generators and more. There's more to them than that. And they're currently offline. Side story, when I was in high school, I suck at science and math. Numbers, boy, suck. So in science class, the teacher gave us a chance to bring our grades up for those of us that struggle. I mean, the whole class was offered this, but people like me who struggled with formulas and numbers, we were given a chance to bring our grades up by wowing him with an experiment. And he said, I don't want the potato battery experiment. I want you to step outside the box and bring me a different experiment. Whoa, challenge accepted. So what I did was an experiment with pyramids with a control box. I had a control box, just a cardboard box turned upside down, and I built a pyramid to scale. I mean, it was small, but it was, to scale, and followed the directions as to where the best energy was in the pyramid. And so I think that's a third of the way up. It's been a long time. So I took a little container of honey, well, actually two, put one in the control box and one on another little box, elevated box, inside the pyramid, a third of the way up, and aligned the pyramid to north-south. And once a week, I'd go and check the consistency of the honey, have somebody witness it. They would document it with me, and all this was done at home. So off to the side, while this was going on, I was doing other experiments too. So the main experiment, little containers of honey, was to see if the energy in the pyramid could preserve food. So I had the pyramid honey and the control honey. At the end of the month, with witnesses in the home, I uncovered both honeys, and we did a visual on comparing the two honeys, and then we did a taste test. So consistency and taste. Documented those results and brought my pyramid and my results to school. So when it was my turn, I've got the pyramid on one of the tabletops aligned. I brought my compass, aligned it, and presented my experiment. And the teacher was like, okay, that was all right. I said, I'm not done. And he was like, okay. I pulled out a string that had a needle, like a pendulum needle. I said, watch this. And so I hung it probably about this far from the apex of the pyramid. And then I took it and just gently swung it towards the pyramid. Now, here's the apex of the pyramid. The needle would go right to it and bounce back, not even touching it. Right to it and bounce back. Right to it and bounce back. And teacher got closer, and then students started coming up and looking. And he goes, what is this? I said, pyramids generate energy. And what you're seeing is that needle reacting to the energy built around the apex of the pyramid. It's bouncing off of it. I got an A. He said that was one of the most unique and unusual experiments he's ever seen. So, I don't know how we got there. Question everything. Oh, there's the pyramids. Okay. Another example, possible, is the massive stone or petrified people and animals across the world. These are not pareidolia, which is your brain trying to make sense and make shapes in clouds or inanimate objects. That's not what these are. So you get the idea, right? So remember when I said, Earth is not what you think it is. The moon is not what you think it is. And we are not what we've been led to believe. I meant it and I mean it. Now, I can sit here and explain all the puzzle pieces over the decades that I have gathered and put together, but it's going to be meaningless to you. And it will be of no help to you. Why? I'm not you and I'm not living your life. Okay? It's your reality. I'm sharing a part of my reality, but your reality is going to be a little different because it's yours. You have to explore, make your own connections, and put your own puzzle pieces together. That's part of the journey. That's your path for starting to deconstruct your false reality. I've just provided some beginning steps. Or you can continue playing in your barred box of drama. and distractions. Your choice. Thanks.